as you follow along to this routine, all our sticks that we use are color coded. And if you buy yours off of Amazon or Temu or wherever you buy your tools, if you bought the same ones, they obviously don't come color coded. So I'm just gonna show you and explain which are which, just so that you know. So we don't use these first two because they're too big to use for anything, so you can just set those aside, because in most of my videos, we don't use them. And so you're left with these. So in this order, you can look, and it basically goes in this order from biggest to smallest: green, blue, white, yellow, pink, and black, down to the smallest one. For today's class, I'll be using this color palette. For paint color number 1, I'm using Deco Art Americana Snow White. For number 2, I'm using Craft Smart Dark Yellow. For number 3, I'm using Craft Smart Sage Green. Number 4, I'm using Craft Smart Pink Blast. Number 5 is Deco Art Americana Carousel Pink. And number 6 is Craft Smart Silver. Okay, so we're gonna get started on the paw print, and we're gonna start with this inside mandala design. So we're gonna take the white stick with paint color 1, and we're gonna put this dot right on that little dot that I made when I came around, so right in the middle. Okay, next step, we're gonna take the pink twirly, the smaller end, with paint color 4. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna place one dot right here. Then you're gonna look right across from it and place a dot there. Then you're gonna try and find the middle of these two, place it to the side, and then another dot right across. Number 4. And then once you have those 4 dots with the same size and the same color, we're gonna go in between and place more dots. So in total, you should have 8. Okay, next step, we're gonna take the white twirly, the bigger end, with paint color 3. And we're gonna put these dots right there, like in between but above the ones we just did.
Number 3.
Yes, number 3.
And then you go kind of bit in between.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay, next step, we're gonna take the pink stick with paint color 2. And we're gonna put these in between but above.
Yeah, you see. Do you have pink? And in between everyone, or you skip? Everyone?
Everyone, yes.
And this is number 2? That's big.
Yes. Okay, next step, we're gonna take the black stick.
The black stick?
With paint color 6.
Okay. What number?
6.
Okay.
And we're gonna place a dot in between like that. Then you're gonna take the pink twirly, the smaller end, and do the teardrop in between.
Oh,
Okay.
and it's the pink small end.
Pink small one.
Okay, so it's number 6.
So this is the black. The black's really small. Okay. Number 6. Small. I think. Oh, wait, what color? Oops.
Number 6.
Okay, next step, we're gonna take the pink twirly, the bigger end, with paint color 5. And we're gonna place 2 dots next to each other right here.
The big end.
Yes. Okay, next step, we're gonna take the pink stick with paint color 1, and we're gonna place these dots right above basically the 2 that we just did. Okay, next step, we're gonna take the pink twirly with paint color 4, and we're gonna walk the dots. So bigger end for this first dot right here, then you'll switch to the smaller end and walk the dots around.
Pink color 4.
4, paint color 4.
The big side of the pink. For the little dots.
For
on
the
this-
top dot.
Okay, and then the little one.
Yeah, I just did.
Okay, next step, we're gonna take the pink twirly with paint color 3, and we're gonna walk the dots again. So bigger end for the first dot, then you'll switch to the smaller end and walk the dots around.
Pink. The same twirly.
Yes.
And what color, which number?
Paint color 3. Okay, next step, we're gonna take the pink twirly, the smaller end, with paint color 2. And we're gonna start here in between and drag up one way and then drag up the other way.
And that's a small end
Yes.
and 2.
Some of mine don't
Yep.
have a gap in between.
Then you can just start a bit higher.
Oh, okay.
Okay, next step, we're gonna take the white twirly and the yellow twirly with paint color 5,
The white twirly and the
yellow twirly with paint color 5. So using the white twirly, the bigger end, you're gonna place 2 dots next to each other. Then you're gonna use the yellow twirly, the smaller end, and draw out the heart.
We don't really have much room left. Yeah, I've got, these are too big for one joint thing.
I went outside the lines.
You went outside the lines.
Mhm.
Which end of the white?
Big end.
It's,
The end of the white.
Color 5.
let's see if I can get one. You said number 5?
Yes.
And then you use the yellow little end to fill it in.
Mhm. Okay, so now we're gonna go on to like the little toes and everything, and we're gonna do basically like pointillism, where it's just a whole bunch of random dots, and like that. So what we're gonna need, so you're gonna be using paint colors 2, 3, 4, and 5. So basically all except 1 and 6, because those are gonna be the tiny dots that kind of go in between. And we're gonna be using the sticks, the white, yellow, pink, and black. Okay, so basically how you do this is actually very easy. You take the biggest stick, which is the white one, and you pick a color.
The white stick? Oh, wait.
out of these 4 that we're gonna use. We're not gonna use the blue or the green because those would be too big.
Oh, gotcha.
White, yellow, pink, and black.
And you're basically gonna go around and do random ones.
What color first?
Any color, it doesn't matter.
And then you do 3.
It doesn't matter how many you do. You just want to try and get as many. You want to distribute the colors evenly among the space that you have. So I did a couple of pink big ones. Now I'm going to go and do a couple of green big ones. Then I'll do yellow and so on and so forth until I can't fit any more of these big white ones. Then I'm going to go a size down to yellow and then see what I can fit in between. Then I'll go another size down to pink and then black.
And you try to use all the colors with each stick.
Yes,
size.
yes,
With the same stick? Same size stick?
yeah. And don't forget to do this spot around the base as well. So don't do just the toes because there's some room here. So another thing I'd recommend doing is almost kind of like going around the border of the toe, because then we're gonna put these tiny little dots kind of right there along, so it almost gives it this better border look.
Okay.
That's probably.
So we do each color?
Yeah.
The big one?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So once you get done with the black stick, you can go even smaller to the blue twirly bigger end and the white twirly bigger end. So, and then once you get somewhere like this, where it's only tiny, tiny gaps left, you can open up paint colors 1 and 6 and take the pink twirly, smaller end or bigger end, and just kind of fill in those super tiny gaps with the paint colors 1 and 6. Okay, so we're just gonna take a quick break from the pointillism and we're just gonna overlap a couple dots real quick. So you're gonna need the black stick and you can use the paint color of your choice. I'm gonna use paint color 5 and we're just gonna overlap this middle dot right here. So you still wanna leave a sliver of the original color. You don't wanna completely overlap it to where you're not seeing white. And then you're gonna take the blue twirly, the bigger end, also with the paint color of your choice. I'm gonna be using 5, and we're gonna overlap these dots. And so that was the last step. If you still need to go back and add little dots in between touch-ups, you can do that, but yeah, that's basically it.
What stick did you use for the center one?
Black stick.